wear the shirt and you put it on, it does something for you. Bernabeu does something for you. And you know I'm a Barca man, but you have to give them their respect. Now...
What's up, guys? Today we're going to react to Real Madrid versus Chelsea post-match analysis on CBS Sports. And let's see what the CBS Sports panelists say, and I'll give my own comments about their reaction.
To our post-match coverage of the Champions League, Karim Benzema, an absolute hero for Real Madrid over the couple of legs against Chelsea Football Club. He's feeling the effects of the efforts he put in tonight, but it was Karim Benzema who scored the winning goal in extra time to put Real Madrid through to the semi-finals and to seal Chelsea's fate in this competition. They are now out of the competition. A joyous occasion at the Bernabeu for Real Madrid. That was a fun occasion in here as well. It was a great watch, wasn't it?
It was a fantastic game of football. A great advert for what the Champions League is all about. I feel a little bit for Chelsea today to go to the Bernabeu and actually be 3-0 up, which is enough to take them through after they've lost the first game 3-1. I think that is some achievement.
Let's pause here a little bit. I didn't expect that Chelsea will go up 3-up for a while.
And with 10 minutes ago, you can see that Rodrygo scored and gave Real Madrid that little bit of hope. And from that moment on, it was kind of written in the stars that they would go through. The game changed there, but Chelsea did well. They invested so much in it. It was a great watch. It was a great watch of football.
Believe it or not, that goal from Rodygo was a game changer, and that pass from Modric.
How much credit do you have to give to Carlo Ancelotti for his game plan in this one?
Credit? I don't know. He had to do something. I would have liked him to change it before.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, the change was later than what we should be doing. Like, I expected a change at first half, but unfortunately, we didn't see that.
Because I think he didn't have an answer tactically to what Chelsea offered. Then at one point of the game, when you're 3-0 down, what are you going to do? You're going to put strikers on. I would have done it. You would have done it. Everyone would have done it. You're losing 3-0. You have to go. So tactically, he had to do it. He had to make those changes.
He's famous for the outside of the foot pass, and that is why. I mean, it was absolutely perfect, and it was just gorgeous to watch. It was just fantastic.
To go back to Handy's point about the tactical change that Carlo had to do, I totally agree that we were behind. Now we had to go all out, and the substitution that Carlo made today, like Marcelo and Casemiro going out, Cruz going out, bringing on Camavinga and taking off Nacho, and then having Carvajal as a center back, Vasquez as right back. Those decisions had to be made, and believe it or not, I'm a little bit appalled by those decisions. And what's more surprising, that those decisions work. Now, second point about Modric. Oh my god, what a player. I don't know if you guys noticed that after Cruz was subbed off, Modric played way better than he was playing before. I thought he wasn't having a good game until Cruz was subbed off. I think it could be that having Camavinga and Valverde at midfield to cover him, that gave him much more freedom, and then he can use all those long passes, and the pass was insanely good. I agree with Jamie Carragher. That pass is one of the best, probably the best pass in this tournament this year.
I mean, you think they're dead and buried, you think Chelsea are going to go and get another one, and that pass, I mean, that's one of the best passes I've ever seen. I'm not trying to make it bigger than what it is, but it's stuck under his foot. That's the only place he can put it and scores.
It should be physically impossible to do that, because
it was for all
it's
us.
An outside foot, but it should be. And he gets, first of all, he gets a pace on it. Then he gets a distance and the height.
And the dick.
And how do you...
Let me tell you this, not many players in the world can replicate this type of outside foot type of pass. Only few players can do in the world. Modric is doing it regular basis, almost every match.
But it's a level you're at. There.
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm actually looking at how the ball comes down. When you go back and watch it again, the actual height he puts on it, and then it comes down at the right minute. You know?
How the ball goes down, Jamie, is Modric magic. That's simple.
The dip.
But you interrupted me. I just said that. The pace, the height, the spin, everything.
I just want to see it again.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I mean, what is that? I mean,
Quaresma could do that also.
But that, for me, there are two moments in this game that you know, this today, that was, I mean, Real Madrid, they were nowhere in this game up until that point. They didn't look like scoring. Chelsea were in full control. So that moment, and it takes a big player to create that moment. Unfortunately, I said the other moment is the third goal at Stamford Bridge. After only 50 seconds in the second, you know, they've just scored before the halftime. They're getting a 2-1 down. It's not a bad result. And then 50 seconds in, the goalkeeper makes a mistake. Take it to 3-1. And those two moments are massive at this level.
Okay, I agree that this goal and this pass was one of the key decisions of today's match. And believe or not, there was a huge contrast of this match before this goal. After this goal, we played much better. We played as a unit. We defended as a team. But before this goal, our structure was bad and our game plan simply didn't work. We were simply out-tacticked by Tuchel until this goal. After this goal, the dynamics of the game totally changed.
I think for me, Chelsea lost the tie at the bridge.
I disagree. Chelsea lost the tie on the bridge. No, they were 3 up today for a while. They were winning.
I know, but they do. Yeah, I get that. But I mean, they find themselves 3-0 up, and then what I'm saying is the Modric moment has completely flipped that. I mean, I don't know what you feel, but whenever I've watched Real Madrid in the Champions League for the last 2 or 3 years, I'm not impressed with them as a team. I don't feel they can win it.
Jamie was never impressed with us. I can guarantee you, if you go back to when we won 3-peat, like back-to-back Champions League, he wasn't impressed with our performance at that time too. He is always against us for some reason. I don't know why. He always underestimates us.
But then they find a way to win. I don't know if you would agree that is it the Real Madrid belief,
remember
the
what
persona
I said.
of
Remember
we're
what
Champions
I said.
League
You asked
legends.
me the question. They have 13 for a reason. They carry history.
Yeah, so this team is nowhere near as good as...
Henry knows his stuff. He's the only guy from this panel knows our history.
No, but
I
they
probably
carry
understand football.
When you wear the shirt and you put it on, it does something for you. Bernabeu does something for you. And you know I'm a Barca man, but you have to give them their respect. Now, big team understand moment. They understand when to hurt you. And at the bridge, I don't think they were that outstanding. Every time they went out, it was almost a goal. And the ball, again, you talked about that ball from the outside. Let's talk about the one also that he put on the head of Benzema. Great finish also, one-touch cross in. So, yes, they understand moment. They understand when and not to be okay.
But talking about...
That's totally on point from Henry. Like, our DNA is about not giving up. Yeah, we'll have moments, like low moments. Like, we'll be out-tacticked by our opponents, outplayed by our opponents. But the motto of our team is never give up, regardless of the situation. Today is just another example of that history.
About that, when you think of actually the last few years, two of the best teams we've seen in the Champions League, certainly Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain.
Can Jamie talk about football other than mentioning Liverpool and Man City? Come on.
Man have spent so much money. They're teams who haven't got that history to fall back on. Do you think that's something that does stop them and sort of helps teams like a Real Madrid or maybe a Liverpool in the past who haven't been one of the best teams in Europe but find a way to maybe get to a final or maybe win it because of that history?
Liverpool, I was about to say, I said it before, I wanted to say it to you. You played at Liverpool. Man United, less now, sorry, but I won't talk about Arsenal, we're not even in the competition. But the stadium, the history, it does things to you. That's why Liverpool, back in the days and even now, when the cup comes and the game is under the light at Anfield, Bernabeu, they understand those moments. They will make it happen. Having said that, Chelsea beat them last year, but not at the Bernabeu.
Let's talk about a player who we see.
Finally, Henry convinced Jamie about Bernabeu's history, and he's still not satisfied. Look at his face,
He also understands these moments. Karim Benzema, we talked about him a huge amount before the game because of the hat-trick last week. Another goal tonight, the winning goal, essentially, in extra time, the one that put Real Madrid over the line in this one. And it was special from him again.
It was special, and whoever is, I hope no one fell asleep because you need to watch this. And now we won't say it, but what he did, basically, he went to VINICIUS Junior. When he saw that VINICIUS Junior had the time to cross it and they connected with their eyes, he went back to make sure he was facing the goal, to be able to attack the ball from where it comes from. It's a wrap. Shoulders are facing the goal. He knew he was out of frame. He knew he was out of angle. Let me readjust myself. We connected. Now let me see the goal. Okay, can I finish?
Very French,
Bye-bye.
the way he describes it, isn't it?
So Henry was explaining Benzema's goal, which is perfect. But two very important moments that he missed from this goal. Like the first credit goes to, for this goal, CAMAVINGA. He intercepted the ball and got the ball. That was the main first component of this goal. Second, Vinicius again. What a delivery, what a pass, what a cross to Benzema. The vision that where Benzema is located, that he saw it, that's incredible. Yes, the finishing was out of this world. Scoring goals from header is not easy at all. But all three players like CAMAVINGA, Vinicius and Benzema, all three deserve the credit for this goal. It's a team goal. So overall, performance-wise, there are a lot of questions today. The first point being that we missed Militao a lot today. Like defensively, you have seen this structure was not good at all. Like performance-wise, I was really dissatisfied with Nacho's performance. Even Alaba, like both of them, the way they were defending, like going forward so aggressively and leaving space behind, that's not how we should defend in Champions League. And second, I also found that Mendy did not have a good game. It's probably one of the worst games with Real Madrid shirt for Mendy. And to be fair, when Marcelo came in, we played much better, surprisingly. And believe it or not, when Carvajal was playing as a CB, we played much better defensively. And Vasquez also played really good. After coming on, he showed that what is Real Madrid DNA, not giving up. And he played superb. I was impressed, honestly. But the key points from today is the midfield. Our young midfield, like having CAMAVINGA and Valverde, let you dominate opponents. That's what we saw after that transition. That also gave Modric much more freedom to go forward. And the energy from CAMAVINGA and Valverde, you saw the way they were playing the extra time. Oh my God, what a players we have for the future. I'm so excited for our future, just for these two players. And Valverde, what a player. Like he was not having a perfect game when Chelsea was scoring a lot of goals. But again, he was not played in his best position. But when he was moved back to center mid, oh my God, in extra time, it felt like he has 12 lungs. He never stops running all the time. And the key interception and recoveries of the ball was just phenomenal. And finally, but not the least, we have to be very thankful to Rodygo for his goal. Perfect pass from Modric. Not perfect pass, it's one of the best pass in Champions League. And finishing that was really, really needed for us. That decision of scoring was the game changer today. That's changed the whole dynamics of the game. And for Carlo, the key lesson is that trust your young players. Let me know what you think about our performance today.